we moved into the new place today. It's great. I can walk around freely. I'm in a great mood. It's a good vision day. You know why? Because I slept. Can you imagine that? Sleeping actually helps. Anyway, my wife is here in this big couch, relaxing. I don't know if you can see her. I'm doing blind people things. But I'm going to take this opportunity to walk through the house because it's helping me get comfortable. And also because of trying to lose whatever blood sugar has been blood sugaring by walking around. But yeah, so one of the things that we tried to do, marriage, right? One of the things we tried to do is to reduce a lot of the stresses that typically happen. Because this is already a very stressful situation, we've traveled very far. My one eye is completely out and we're doing surgery. It's very expensive. We still have to do a lot of those things. It's good to try and limit whatever stresses may come up. And like one of those things in our marriage is like usually sometimes we like argue over the bathrooms. Like I'm a guy who like sits in the bathroom for like an hour or something, and like if Shan needs to use it, she needs to use it. So that's usually a very clear indicator for us when we need to get a place is it needs to have 2 bathrooms. So that was one of the reasons why when we were looking for this place, it was one of the things that needed to happen. So we have 2 bathrooms, we have 2 bedrooms, we have a little office, and it's just so accessible and so friendly. You can see him just like kind of walking around. So that's putting me in a good mood. And then there's like this like cute little room that has bunk beds where I can come and like, I don't know, I guess like talk to myself, to you guys. I think, for myself one day, I'll walk around and take a video of it, just so that I know, like, what's going on. But until that day, I will just be here. A little bunk bed, prison looking room, I guess. I don't know. I just see like a little bunk bed in the background. I hope it looks good. But yeah, I'm in a good mood. I feel like my diaries are going to be the most mood swing of mood swings. But that is the RP journey. You have good eyesight days and you have bad eyesight days. And somebody actually commented in the video the other day and was just like, sleep more. Who would have thought? So yesterday I slept maybe 12, 13, 14 hours. I slept a lot. And I woke up, felt great. I have so much more energy, and I think it's that energy that's allowing me to like actually use the usable vision I have. It's not as exhausting. So we moved in today. That means that I had to pack all the stuff with Shan. We had to, go to the car. We had to trudge through the snow again, and then come in here and get settled, all that stuff. And I'm here. It's cool. I still have energy. So yeah, so that's good. The other thing that was good is I got a guitar shipped here. So now I finally have a way to like spend time, that doesn't involve my eyes. And when I got the guitar here, I was able to sit down and like just for 2-3 hours just play on it. And it felt good because I didn't I didn't need to use my eyes for that. I could just like play the guitar, and it's really nice. Actually, let me get this out. Um, it's a it's a tiny little one, um, and I can't see it very well, but Shan says it's absolutely beautiful. I'm not even pointing at the camera. I don't know if I'm pointing at the camera, but here, let me. There. So now I'm gonna have something that I can like, um, I guess, play around with and spend time, just like, just kind of tooling around with it. And that makes me really happy. Um, so I have a little security blanket thing, that when I'm sad and I just need like space or need to cry, this is the way I cry, through the strings. Um, so that's putting me in a very good mood. That's here now, and I'm in a place that feels like it feels like a home. Um, So that's where we're going to be for the next month. And you can see it puts me in a great mood. It puts me in a great mood. Um, so the other thing in terms of my eyes right now, like I was saying, physically they feel great. Physically they feel absolutely amazing. Well, amazing is I'm just in a good mood. Um, physically, no more like swelling, no pushing, none of that. Um, but like seeing through it is very like limited vision. Um, right now, my right eye is like very constricted. It's much more constricted, than it was before the surgery. And I was starting to get a little worried because like the bubble went down. It doesn't do the weird wavy thing anymore. And and when the bubble was there, the top half of my vision was kind of like the usual, like what I was used to in terms of my visual field, like the top half of it. It's just the bottom half was completely black, like I couldn't see the bottom half at all. So that has changed now. It's not like the bottom half is completely black. Like I think that was like the bubble. That has gone. Now what's happening is that I can like the edges are black and it's like sepia, I guess. It's a vignette. And I'm like looking through those black edges. And the actual central vision is a little blurry. Um and the doctor has said like if your vision gets worse, like let us know. But I'm like sitting here, I'm like, is this worse? I I don't think this is worse. Um, so I was having a conversation with somebody who has done, the treatment. They did the treatment, I think, in August. And they made me feel a lot better. Naturally, like people describe their experience differently. Um, but he did say that for one of his eyes, his better eye, it took him 2 weeks for it to get better, and like for the bubble to go away. And I'm interpreting that as maybe that's when my visual construction would like open back up to where it was. So I'm trying to. It's been 1 week. It's been 1 week. Um, like today is Friday, and I did it Wednesday of last week. Um, so I'm in a good mood because I'm like, okay, if I just keep having days like this where I sleep more and wake up and don't panic, about this, then I can have a fully present, situation happening. And, so as I was talking to him, he said his worst eye, it took 4 weeks compared to 2 weeks, to get better. So, trying to manage my expectations. And I think that's a feeling I have sometimes because of the RP is the impatience of, oh no, I'm losing my sight. I gotta do something. So I don't know. So some of these days I've been like sitting there and like just being like, why is this not better? They say the bubble will go away in 5 to 8 days, and you know what? Like, let me wait. Because the other thing I was talking to that guy about, he mentioned, he mentioned that, keep in mind he did this in August, but he mentioned that he is already 3 lines. He can already see 3 lines better than he did before the surgery. Um, and they do like an LDNA test where they like test how well you can navigate in the dark, and he's already like 2 levels up. That is amazing. So that's giving me a lot of hope. Um, despite despite like wanting to rush. Um, but I I'm in a good mood. And I think I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and like just do my best to make like most days good vision days. And it really wasn't that hard to have a good vision day today. I just had to sleep. And I changed my diet. I'm not eating any sugar at all. Just eggs and like avocados and meat. Like ham, lunch meat, um, and lots of water. I'm drinking like maybe 4 bottles of water a day. Like, who would have thought being healthy helps you feel healthier? So, so yeah. So I'm in a good, healthy environment. It's nice and warm in here. It feels warm and cozy. I have an outlet, beyond just like whining to you guys. Oh my God, I'm about to break the guitar. Yeah, and that's my security blanket. Um, and things are looking up. Really, like now, I just have to wait the 2 weeks for the 18th. So I do the second one. We do it all over again, and then yeah. so I'm in a good mood. And I think I'm gonna try and just carry this over, try and continue making the same decisions, in terms of, okay, try and lessen the stresses that you have. Try and put yourself in a place where you can rest and relax and heal and wait patiently. And if you do, things will be okay. I'm gonna watch this again so that I tell myself this. If you wait, if you put yourself in a comfortable position, things will be okay. Things will be okay. Anyway, that's my diary today. Thanks for watching. Bye.